Hey everybody, Mike McFly here. Today, instead of talking about rollerblading like we usually do, we're going to look at my Beavis and Butthead collection because I'm going to change the format of my spare room a little bit and pack up a little bit of it. So I just wanted to display for you guys and for posterity, for future reference, how big the collection was at this point. So let's check it out. Okay, everybody, we're going to start right here. We're going to take it way back to 1993, Halloween, where I was Butthead for Halloween with the old serial killer-esque Butthead mask. And I made my own AC/DC shirt out of a inside-out Michael Jackson shirt. And I made my own bat a la Babes R Us, where you put the boxing glove on the bat to resemble like a pugil stick, I think they're called. Like American Gladiators. So yeah, that's kind of where it all started. I started watching Beavis and Butthead when I was, I think, 8 years old, maybe, yeah, 8, almost 9, and I've been obsessed with it my whole life. So yeah, we'll just go around the room. I got these 2011, and I'm going to talk a little shorthanded because I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're like a diehard Beavis and Butthead fan, so you don't need the whole backstory on everything, but I'll tell a little bit of background on like where I got stuff. And I might even miss things, so if I miss anything, point it out to me in the comments. But yeah, so these are 2011 Globe brand skateboards. I got these, I think, in like 2012. Maybe they came out in 2012, but anyway, I got them back then, and I never skateboarded with them. I just bought them just as collectibles. And these are probably the most valuable thing in here. These actually sell for like anywhere from $200 to $300 each. You know, I'm not going to sell them, but I just wanted to show them off as part of the collection. I had them kind of in bags, packed away for years, but I finally just decided screw it, and you know, hung them on the door. We got a little Beavis and Butthead sticker there. We got a patch that came in some kind of like a loot crate or something in the last few years, but I love that image. It's one of my favorite images. It used to haunt me because I never got to see the Stewart's House episode until like I got the King Turd collection probably. I always saw that in the credits of every Beavis and Butthead episode and wanted to see that episode, and I never got to see it live in the 90s. Here we're gonna look quickly at a wall of a little sticker collection. I got this one from my buddy Frankie. Thank you, Frankie. He got it at a comic convention. And the rest of them are from my wife and my daughter. And it's just like a little cheap Amazon sticker pack. Pretty cool. Oh, and while we're at it, this is a San Diego Comic-Con tote bag. Got Beavis McFly there. And here's one of the Christmas stockings, I think from 1993. I still need to get Beavis. Okay, now we got the Beavis and Butthead Do America, I think, production, animation. I forget what these are called, but these are from the production of the movie. My wife was gracious enough to get these for me. Christmas 2023, I think. This is like a Wizard comic insert poster. This is my Carnival mirror that they call it, even though it's not a mirror. And I've had this thing since summer 93. I won it at on a trip to New York in a carnival with my grandfather in summer 93. This is my only Beavis and Butthead animation cell. I've always felt like they're overpriced, and I've you know, had them in and out of my eBay cart for 20 years. This is the only time I pulled the trigger. I scored this, I think, for around 50 bucks at the time. Now this is probably the rarest and coolest item in my collection. I just got this from the world's greatest Beavis and Butthead collector. I'm probably the second. I probably have the second biggest collection, maybe the third. But Sean is the king. And this is an original production color pencil background from the first season. The episode, I believe it was Door to Door. And this is Mistress Cora Anthrax, I think is her name. Some of this stuff's getting a little fuzzy in my head, even though I'm a world-class Beavis and Butthead aficionado. But anyway, Mistress Cora Anthrax, this is her house. And, you know, there are no animation cells from the first season because the animation was actually done with early digital animation over top of colored pencil backgrounds. So that's the real deal thing. You know, if we take it out of the frame, you can see the texture and the feel of the colored pencils. That was drawn by a Japanese artist that was on staff. Do not know her name off the top of my head. This is the brand new Hot Wheels Beavis and Butthead packing pacer, and I'll get you a better shot of one of those open in a moment. And here is the newer Croc Charms, I think, that came out last year. This is the current 2025 calendar. Okay, now we have a 12 pack of socks I scored at Ross for like $5 or $6. Just you know, not rare or valuable, just cool. Now this is a Best Buy end cap store display for when the Mike Judge collection was being released. And I was really lucky to get this from my friend Kenneth. Shout out Kenneth. He had a whole stack of them, of all kinds of different things that were being released on DVD in the 2000s. He would always take them home because he worked at Best Buy. This is a limited, I think it's limited to like 10 or 20 pieces. This is like an art toy that was sold at some convention. And you know, it's like a hand molded Beavis C3PO and Butthead R2D2. And pretty rough, but super cool. And you know, I think I scored that for like $25 because a lot of people don't even know it exists. This is the 3D poster. People know about the 3D poster. Came with 3D glasses. Here's some Dollar Tree socks and some other socks I scored on eBay. I still need to get the Beavis Dollar Tree sock. This is like a piece of artwork I made out of, you know, with a glue stick and cardboard backing. I still need to hang it up, but this is just a bunch of extra 1994 Fleer trading cards, Beavis and Butthead. That's pretty cool. It kind of appears to be like an uncut sheet, but it's not. Here we have the More Action Collectibles action figures. Now, these are one of the first things I bought on eBay. Is I bought Beavis, Butthead, and Cornholio, but I couldn't find the flesh-colored ones. I could only find the glow-in-the-dark ones. So I had them on my wall ever since I was like 18, and I never had the flesh ones. I scored the flesh ones on eBay last year. And at one point I opened them all and let my daughter play with them, and we'll get to that in a minute. So this is my second glow-in-the-dark Cornholio. Now here is a cool lamp. It's just a cheapo Walmart lamp with the perfect shade that I just found by pure happenstance at a thrift store. All I need is a little beaded chain to hang, and it'll look identical to Beavis and Butthead's floor lamp in their house. Oh, and you know, one thing we skipped over here is the whole AV setup. Got my flat panel TV to, you know, play HDMI stuff. And for standard definition, I got this perfect CRT that closely resembles Beavis and Butthead's TV. It's square, it's got some wood grain, it has buttons, not dials, because they have buttons, not dials. I mean, they might have dials on one or two of the episodes, but typically over the course of the series, they have buttons. And we have we got a 2011 Roku, so we can stream to this old TV. Got a VCR, got a DVD player, and we have a Laserdisc player, so I can play the Beavis and Butthead Laserdiscs. And you know, various game collection. I got some Nintendo and Atari stuff, but that's for another day. So here is the setup with 3 IKEA DTOF cabinets. Again, I'm trying to speed run this for you guys. I have what I believe is a full set of US VHSs. The only thing that I think I don't even know if it exists, but so the Hard Cash, the Work Sucks / Final Judgment, and the Law Abiding Citizens / There Goes the Neighborhood, the Time Life double pack DVDs. I don't know, I think I would assume they made VHS of those because they made VHS versions of these 3. So these 3, I don't have VHS for those. Maybe they were never made. Somebody will probably correct me in the comments. I have the rare, you know, on eBay it's called a promo for video stores, but you know, one of the rarer items is the History of Beavis and Butthead, supposedly recalled DVD set, and this is the VHS version. It's definitely not mint by any stretch of the imagination. Here, let me open this door. But you know, I think I scored it for like $80 around there, and I was happy to finally add it to the collection. I have a minty copy of Beavis and Butthead for Sega Genesis. I received that game for Christmas 1994, and I've loved it my whole life. I know that it's far superior to all the other games that came out around the time, the Game Gear and Super Nintendo, as well as later the Game Boy game came out even, I think, after the series was over. Okay, here is my Beavis and Butthead Pop, and I got a story about that. I was at Hot Topic back in like 2011 or 2012, and I had Butthead and Beavis in my hand, and then right next to them, made by the same company, Funko, was this guy and this guy. And I thought, who would buy this when you can get this for the same price? Didn't make any sense. So I bought those. Those are actually my daughter's. They were a birthday present for her one year, but you know, she has limited space in her room, so she added her items to the collection, and I'll point that out as we go along. So yeah, I missed out on getting Beavis and Butthead Pops, and then they became some of the most expensive pop vinyls by Funko, period. And so I haven't bought Butthead, but I do have Beavis. Here's that Hot Wheel Pack and Pacer. And that is a car that's the same make and model as Todd's, but I still need to have it like customized to look like Todd's. There's the other side of the Hot Wheel. Now these are my 1993 Beavis and Butthead dolls. I got these for Christmas '93, and that video is on my Instagram, as well as like Halloween costume videos and stuff. I've done some collaborations with Sean Beard, and you know, I uploaded those videos and added him as a collaborator so that we would show everybody, you know, my vintage home video footage. So yeah, I've had these dolls. My daughter played with them as a kid. Now she's almost 18, but the shorts got misplaced, whether it was by her or by me, and they were shortless for years. And you know, if you know anything about Beavis and Butthead, these dolls, they came with black shorts that weren't accurate to the show. So my daughter crocheted shorts that were color matched, and so that's just super cool. Like, she improved them, you know. These are the newer action figures that came out just recently. I think you could get them at like Cracker Barrel. This was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, I believe. Reaction, Super 7 Reaction Cornholio with TP. This is my original Beavis and Butthead TV talker I've had since the 90s. It didn't really work right even from the get-go. It worked for like a couple weeks, and then you would hit the TV remote button and they would just start talking incessantly, like, and never stop until you took the batteries out. So more of a collectible at this point. Here's a patch I got on Etsy, vintage pencil kit there with temporary tattoo, or stick-on tattoo, as Mr. Anderson would say, or sorry, Mr. McVicker. Here's a graduation keychain. This is a vintage vending machine prismatic, like bootleg Beavis sticker. Going down here, we have the shelf talkers. That was a Christmas present from my family, thank you, as was this newer watch, and also these mugs. Here's the reaction figures. These are the Beavis and Butthead keychains. I got these at a liquor store in 1995. My parents bought them. Thank you. You know, I've only ever sold 2 Beavis and Butthead items, so this stuff ranges from, you know, bought as early as 1993 to, you know, some of it was bought a couple days ago. These are the blind bag keychains. These guys right here. That's a vintage Frog Baseball keychain. A set of playing cards. Here is a set of the Adidas Beavis and Butthead shoes. I don't have them all. I have this pair, and I have a second pair that I wear. These aren't like dead mint, but they're like a 9.8 out of 10, because I did wear them for like 5 minutes and then decided to keep them mint. We have the PlayStation Portable home videos. A little dust there. Sorry guys, I probably should have dusted first. The third and fourth set or the second and third set are sealed. The first set's open. Got a sealed Beavis and Butthead Experience album. I also have the orchestral score from the movie sealed, and there's the Do America CD. I had the Beavis and Butthead Experience tape as a kid. My parents bought it for me right away. And I got the Do America soundtrack for Christmas. Now here is a almost a full set, I think. Yeah, almost a full set of the PC games. We got Virtual Stupidity. I still need to buy the strategy guide for that. Little Things, Wiener Takes All, Screen Wreckers, Bunghole in One, and Do You. I spent I didn't have a working PC with a copy of Virtual Stupidity until the 2000s, but I did have Do You when it came out brand new, and that was like 6 months of my life. You know, I absolutely love that game. So that's the first cabinet. Okay, second cabinet here, we got the 2011 masks. We got the NECA Head Knocker bobbleheads, and these are like the 2025 re-releases. Here is a Beavis and Butthead wallet that my family bought me, and it was my daily driver for years until it was just completely wore out. This is the other PC game that wasn't included in that stack, and this one's in the, that's because I have the big box. Here are the Funko action figures that we talked about. Here's the Bendables. Here is my original glow-in-the-dark, you know, Beavis and Butthead. And as you can see, again, my daughter, which I love it. I'm glad that she played with them and had fun with them. The leg popped off and went missing, so I made a custom one out of Lego and G.I. Joe part. There's a Cornholio. Here is Sean Beard's custom stickers that he made here. South Park Butthead mashup and the Great Malenko mashed up with Butthead. Now this stuff is from an Instagram user and a Etsy user, Sticky by Icky or Icky by Sticky. She's really talented, and we got this like prismatic glitter nice Butthead sticker and keychains. Here's the Tiger LCD that talks for Beavis and Butthead. I feel like these are like the most overpriced and overrated item in Beavis and Butthead collecting. And I've always procrastinated about buying it. I scored this one for $50, and it needs work. It needs like new battery contacts soldered in. So I've never actually played it, but I have it. So here's the vintage Beavis and Butthead landline telephone. You got the famous butt wipe. That's pretty common and easy to get, but it is from Spencer's in the late 90s. Got a stack of these cool stickers. I get a set of those off eBay. And here's my Beavis and Butthead aftershave cool scent. I've had the same bottle, you know, I got it on eBay in like 2004, I think. Here's a custom-made button. Down here we got some periodicals. We got a bootleg wallet that I found on eBay. The color is a little off because of, you know, my phone is like washing it out. But, you know, it's like really crisp neon green. Dollar Tree doll toilet. We got the Beavis and Butthead Game Boy game tucked in here. I don't have the box. I just have the loose cartridge. Here's a couple duplicate tapes. Got a full run of the comics. Then I think I have a full set of the books. I got, here, we'll go sideways here. We got Haha for Hollywood, The Butt Files, Encyclopedia, This Book Sucks, Chicken Soup for the Butt is the hard one to get. Also hard to get is the Travel Log. I have 2 of the 3. Yeah, okay, I don't have everything. I've got 3. I guess I forgot I bought the other one. I've got 3 of the Marvel Comics trade paperbacks that combine several issues of the comic. I got the Beavis and Butthead script book, and then here, let's see what's in here. I don't even know what I got. Toy Fair magazine showing off the figures, the 3D. Let's see, the Butt Files, like promo edition, Card Collector magazine. We're talking about the Fleer cards. Here's the 3D book. I don't have all these 3D books. There's 3 other versions, sticker book and stuff like that. I need to get that stuff. Here's the this is the cover photo EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly, that showed off the Beavis and Butthead games. Then we got the Cheater's Guide for the 16-bit and Game Gear games, and that was like a big part of my childhood. You know, like I had that strategy guide. I was on that thing 24/7, reading it and figuring out how to beat the game. Here's a Wired magazine that has the Viacom like head honchos. Here, let me go this way. Dressed like Beavis and Butthead, you know, like through like early Photoshop or whatever. Couple of the Rolling Stone magazines that, you know, there are cover photos, and I need the third one with like Pamela Anderson wearing a Christmas outfit. Here is a full set of the 1994 Beavis and Butthead Fleer trading cards and the MTV 1995 MTV Animation Fleer card. So it's like 100 Beavis and Butthead cards, and then or at least 69, I think. And then Aeon Flux and the Brothers Grunt and the Max, other popular MTV shows at the time. Then right here we got and tucked away in there I have both laser discs. Let's see here. Okay, we got the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack from the collection of Sean Beard. He hooked me up with that, and I made him autograph it. Then this is Sean Beard's music album. Does noise music. It's super cool. Here's a 2024 catalog. And yeah, here, there's two Beavis and Butthead laser discs. And if you don't know what laser discs are, they're like earlier analog DVDs. And they're really good looking. They look better than VHS. Here, well, this is the Essential Collection Beavis and Butthead laser disc. And that has these two tapes, coincidentally, on one disc. So over here we got a basic little cheapo eBay couch that eventually I'm going to custom make into the Beavis and Butthead couch using some pink fabric and some foam and some cushions. But I got my Beavis and Butthead blanket draped over that. Let's see, final cabinet here. We got the brand new Funko Pops, Ghost Butthead, Cornholio, and then Burger World Butthead and Beavis. Got the 2011 season on Blu-ray. Got this cool book that's kind of talking crap about Beavis and Butthead. Behind Beavis and Butthead, are they really cool or are they really jerks? And I think it's kind of a parent's guide to Beavis and Butthead. I haven't actually read it. One of the things, again, I sold a graded Sega Genesis copy of Beavis and Butthead. I sold a sealed or a mint and complete in box Super Nintendo copy, and I sold a complete in box Game Gear copy. So that's the only things I need to repurchase. But for now, I have the Super Nintendo game in this fake clamshell. Now I have all the Time Life DVDs. I've owned these since new. I actually talked to a person at a call center to buy those. I got the new Paramount Plus seasons and the movie on fan-made Blu-rays. Got the 2011 DVD. Got a Beavis and Butthead Do America DVD. I still need the Blu-ray. And here are my original Mike Judge collection box sets. I've had those since they were brand spanking new. And the History of Beavis and Butthead DVD set was supposedly recalled. You know, I saw magazine articles saying that it was going to come out, and I went to the retailers. It never came out, and I bought it on eBay a year later after I heard the hubbub online. I paid $50 in 2003. Here's This Book Sucks. It has like a sound making remote that you use in conjunction with the book. Got some modern socks. You got a vintage hat. Got this cool promo Beavis and Butthead Do America bottle from Video Junction. Here's what I have with the Game Gear game. I need a new Game Gear box. Also need a Game Boy box. Video game collectors just drive that stuff up like crazy. Here is a 2011 mini lunchbox. There are others I don't have. I think at least one more. This was my kids' pre-K lunchbox. That was super cool. This is a countertop standee that would go at a record store advertising the Beavis and Butthead experience. Here is a vintage popcorn bag from the movie and a never used cup. Got a couple shot glasses. Got a Toy Snobs sticker that shows the original, you know, disclaimer. This is supposedly a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pin. These are my daughter's Heelys that I bought her a couple years ago. We got the world's smallest microfigs, Beavis and Butthead. We got the fig pins. We have this little book, and it has a mini book, and it's like an action figure box set. Here, let me go like this. And that is my daughter's as well. So that almost wraps it up. Here we got this original poster. I had a different poster, but the green one with the green border, Beavis and Butthead laughing. Never got it. Or I had that one. I always wanted this one. Never got it until the eBay days. Here we have a vintage bumper sticker that all the adhesive wore off, and I have it magnetized up there. Here we got the new Paramount Shop Beavis and Butthead cutouts, standees. This is a clay portrait of you know, the fishing guy that's in Beavis and Butthead's house, and my wife made that. It's kind of like 3D. She made that for me for Christmas. Thank you, Lacey. Now this is another rare item. This is only like one of one. I can't find another one existing. There's no trademarks on it. This was like a promotional poster advertising an MTV programming block that I used to love, the 10 spot. Like, my life didn't start until 10 p.m. I'd be in my parents' basement when I'm like 13 years old watching the 10 spot. And you know, it has, you know, Dennis Rodman, the people from Loveline, others, but mainly you got Beavis and Butthead. And I'm gonna try to make some reproductions of this and sell them for really cheap, so you know, other Beavis and Butthead collectors can have them. I think that wraps it up in the room. Now here I have the box for the telephone, the box for the head knockers, and any collection is not complete without clothes. So let's see here. We got my original homemade AC/DC shirt. Got a Toy Snobs frog baseball shirt. Sorry, it's a little claustrophobic in here. This is a Forever 21, like 2018 Beavis and Butthead like tie-dye shirt. I've worn that thing 1,000 times, so it's okay, guys. Sorry, back at it. I ran out of storage. So yeah, here we got this random 2011 era T-shirt. This actually came out probably late 2010s. This was actually my daughter's shirt. Now this isn't the full collection of my Beavis and Butthead shirts. The Beavis and Butthead shirts are in the house because my wife and my daughter have several, and I have one or two that's in the laundry. But you're gonna see all the best ones. You know, this is a newer era shirt, of course. This looks like some super amazing like retro 1990s shirt, but it has like a modern tag. I only paid like $12 for it, so I think it's like made to look vintage. This is like 2011 era, again, worn to death. This is my Beavis and Butthead spring break shirt. Me and my daughter kind of match with a separate little different design. Another modern shirt. These are all mostly modern. Here's like a little Beavis and Butthead costume shirt. I was Beavis for Halloween one year, of course, and then I was Butthead with the 2011 mask and this vintage Burger World shirt. Now this is near and dear to me. So this was my favorite Beavis and Butthead shirt growing up. I had like 7 Beavis and Butthead shirts when I was in middle school. And here, let's see, it's lenticular in design, and it switches to the Great Cornholio. Let's see if we can, you go up, yeah. So yeah, I had this shirt on in middle school, and I had a medical emergency at school, and the EMT cut it off for me, my favorite shirt. And so I could never get another one. You know, that happened in like 98. And I finally scored this on eBay. I told the seller my story, and they came down from like $150, sold it to me for only like 80, I think. So happy to have that one back in the collection. And then this is my favorite shirt in general. This is Sean Beard. He's Beavis and Butthead Collector on Instagram, and I've name dropped him 100 times in this video. And he made this custom shirt that shows like all the movements and possible like scenarios that you can do in the Tiger LCD game. Now this is a modern H&M, I believe, hoodie. I scored on eBay for really cheap. It looked like it had never been worn. And that should wrap it up. There's, of course, all kinds of random Beavis and Butthead stuff around the house that I'm probably forgetting. But this is the bulk of the collection. One last thing I'm going to show you in the kitchen, and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, we forgot one little area before we go to the kitchen. I have in my bathroom, I got the Beavis and Butthead themed bathroom. So these were some really ratty issues of the comic I cut up into like a little collage. Here is a really cool little sketch that my wife did. This was a Christmas present or birthday present, I can't remember. This little like 2x2 painting and this one of Beavis and Butthead that my wife did. I got this Kyler sketch on Etsy. My friend Gregorio shipped me a package of some G.I. Joes. We did a little trade and he drew Beavis on the outside of the box and I had to cut that out and save it. And then my wife is like a killer artist, but I always save and like immortalize her, you know, her sketches that she thinks are trash. And so we got the Todd and the Beavis and Butthead on a plate randomly drawn. So that's the bathroom. Not much to look at in here. Okay, so the final piece, really near and dear to my heart. I asked my wife to make me some art for a Christmas present, some Beavis and Butthead art. I thought she was going to paint a painting of Stuart or Buzzcut or something like that, but instead she referenced this super deep cut, super obscure plaque that's hanging up in Stuart's house in one of the 2011 episodes. And she recreated it like as well as you could do based on using like Hobby Lobby components. And you know, it has like a wreath around it like this with similar coloring, and then the same goofy live, laugh, love type deal. My house is small, no mansion for a millionaire, but there is room for love, for friends. That's all I care. So that's the Stuart's mom plaque. Thank you, Lacey. And this has been the collection. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's one of the longest videos I've ever made. You know, it doesn't require much editing work, but you know, just lots of talking, lots of rambling. But yeah, if you're new to Beavis and Butthead, if you're a rollerblader, give it a watch. It's super funny. It's a really intelligent social satire disguised as a funny cartoon for kids. It was really a brilliant social satire for adults, just like King of the Hill, just like Idiocracy, and all the other stuff that Mike Judge does. So yeah, that's Mike. I'll see you guys later.